Yo. Okay.
Hey, welcome everybody to Battle Pirates Crib. Dark Matter. We got some news about the Punisher. At least some news. I don't know if it's incredibly complete, but the link is on the right hand side in case anybody would like to join the show. And say hello to everybody. Aussie,
Good morning, everybody.
Lady Cat,
Hello.
Hello. Every time.
um, Two Doors.
Hi. He's not used to introducing me. You paused.
No, I was trying to read over the comments on the right hand side about Ninja Penguin saying it take half the show to explain how to join. So and Stormcatcher.
Hello, everyone.
So and hey, Lack. So let's go through a couple of slides. Everybody got their free riots on Wednesday. We saw Derpy hit the targets with the free riots. I hope yours did a little bit better than those. We'll get into that. And one more click. And I know at the time of the show on Wednesday, a lot of people hadn't received any of the tokens. Basically, my understanding is you had to have 2 ships at X1 to get the Warhound build token and the Punisher upgrade tokens. To get the Punisher upgrade tokens, it appeared you just need to have a full fleet of riots. So everybody's got those later that evening.
I believe some people got it twice.
Yeah, I ended up getting 8 of the 12-hour Punisher tokens. I got 4 more during the evening.
I had a full fleet of riots, and I had 3 of them. No, yeah, 3 of them at X1, and I didn't get it before the show, but later that evening I did get it. I did not get double, but I did get it, and I'm grateful to have it. So.
Yeah, I didn't get it double either.
Yeah, I only got the Punisher.
FA special.
yeah, they love me so much. That's why. Never mind. I didn't get the Warhound tokens twice, just the Punisher tokens. So, but I guess if you have not received, if you fulfill some of those requirements and you haven't received them yet, I guess now is the time to, submit a ticket. If because I'm assuming those are the requirements, but I think they cleaned up their script and everybody got what they should have got. I don't think at any point they ever explained where the thresholds were, but just doing research, talking to different people and figuring out what they got. I'm assuming that's the way it's supposed to work. Hopefully Cuttlefish, who is all X1, got some of this going on. Maggie, the way I saw it, if you had a full fleet of riots, you should have got 4 times the Punisher 12-hour token. Because I saw screenshots of somebody's fleet that's normally on the show, and I don't know, his wife's account just had bare bones riots, and they got 4 of the 12-hour upgrade tokens. Did not receive the Warhound build tokens because I think you need to have 2 X1 ships in order to get that. So, okay. Any more thoughts on this, anybody? Okay, let's move on. Oh, hey, wait, did I forget to introduce you, Stormcatcher?
No, you did introduce him.
Yeah,
Okay. Alrighty. Right now we have Dark Matter. Next week is Escape Velocity, which we have a little bit more information in BP next week about. VXP weekend, and a 3-week FM cycle, which means the raid starts on 3/10, March 10th. And Bounty, the OP12 release, and if you watch the show on Wednesday, terribly happy about that. And one more dealing with Dock Weight and the Punishers, and started asking some questions and to Kixeye Alien in the general Discord. You should be able to have 4 ships with full specials, armor, and 5 weapons, with enough room for a flag, with similar build, maybe -1 armor or so. So he put some build together. I'm not sure this is the best way to do it. This is just what he put out there. Take it as you will. And I'm not certain until we see the targets. Is your best bet to build 2 fully built ships and 3 blanks that sit in the corner? Normally when you do that, you have an extremely hard time getting ships to stay stacked. They tend to break up quite easily. So that could be a problem depending on if stacking is that important in the targets, which we have not seen yet. So, and then last night, one more click. We got this from Geely. With Outpost 12 comes Doc's. Okay. With Outpost 12 comes and Doc, well, whatever. I'm going to drop the and. Comes Doc 16, which will unlock the weight of your Punisher and help you fully outfit it earlier. In addition, the merch raid will be tuned to Outpost 11 max.
So the raid will be tuned to the fleets as we can build them as we stand right now. And when we get Outpost 12, we'll be able to upgrade our dock to 16, which will let us fully build our entire fleet. So you guys that hoarded tokens, lucky for you.
Yeah. I mean, that's the
Rest
way
of us are going to have a problem.
Yeah, and whether it's a smart thing to spend them there, or maybe you need to spend them on your shipyard or someplace else, or I don't know. I just don't find this as a great move. I don't know if this was intentional from the beginning, or at what point they figured they needed to do this, because if you notice, we've been limited to, at this point, 20 of the new launchers. So we don't have enough to fully outfit a fleet, which is, one thing. So if you do decide to go through and try to fully build fleets, you're going to have to most likely take off the old stuff and put on the limited stuff at a later date, which is going to, cause problems with upgrades and things of that nature. So, yeah, I don't like the fact that, we're going to have one raid with half-built ships and then another raid with full-built ships, and then it's...
And the flag.
Yeah, and the flag. And it's gone. And it's gone after that.
Yeah. Yeah, this 2-raid cycle is a killer.
Well, when they're doing it this way, it's just,
Yeah, this is the worst of all of them. To have half-built ships, and maybe your dock will be done in time for you to have full-built ships. Even if you can build your ships and get them upgraded, will you be able to get your dock done too?
Has anybody tried to buy the build tokens in the raid store? I know last raid, they went in the 2 pool, not in the 200 pool.
Yeah, they're in the 2 pool. My 2 pool is maxed, and I cannot buy them. It says owned, even though I have enough points. So it's a 2 pool.
Okay, yeah. I hope that answers your question.
So maybe they'll be thoughtful and give us a dock at 16 when our outpost is done. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know, because it's sort of like they're making up the rules as they go along, and we don't really fully know what they are at this point. As far as we haven't seen the target yet, nobody's going to be able to hit the target with a full fleet in the VXP to quite understand what's going on. And it's going to be we'll get to later. I think it's going to be sort of a complicated build because we need to figure out what the most optimal is dealing with rad damage, building damage, multi-shot, supercharge for your shockwaves and things of that nature. There's a lot of factors going in there to figure out what delivers the maximum damage with a limited number of specials. So
I think what worries me about that is the limited number of weapons. You need 1,200 stacks to get a shockwave, and we can do things like there's that X5 supercharged special. The build that was shown, the example build, that has 5x supercharge and plus 2 multi-shot, if not more. I couldn't tell what one of the specials was, but 7 X8 X5 is 280, and so 5 of those is going to get you a shockwave on every shot, and you would have a weapon slot left over for, I don't know, an anti or something to just.
These are standard only. You can't put countermeasures on these ships.
Okay, then just, I don't know, something else, or like, well, cause you know how you can't fit.
Well, the other thing we should take a little step back. You can also put I think it's the Stalker, the tier 8 launchers, which were lighter for the same shockwave. So that's the other complicating part of that. So
that's the same shockwave damage in the same stack, so it should work.
Yeah, they said it. They said it works. The tier 8 and tier 9 launchers, they have the same. They all stack together.
Tier 8's lighter, so you can get it to fit better.
Yeah. So, but how it works in targets, and whether you want to refit it a couple of times, and normally the first raid in the cycle is not the important one. So, yeah, I mean.
That's okay. We'll have two different strategy guides.
Yes, well, that'll come out the day after the raid starts. So,
I have a question for VXP weekend, because we'll be going against buildings only. Are we only going to get VXP for killing a building, right? Because
last time what they did is they put these ships in there that didn't do anything, and you killed those.
That was a few times ago.
Okay. Okay. They did that. They did that with the Eradicator and the Shrike, and then they made it with the Dragoon. You could hit buildings, and at least some of the buildings were giving you VXP.
Yeah, those would work, and I think it was the same too with the Pegasus. You could inch up and knock out the turrets, and you'd get points. So they have since have the ability to put VXP into buildings now. So we're good.
Well, I'm building mine right now with just a thud. I need to concentrate on getting at least one gun on each ship?
You might want to put one gun on each ship.
At least one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I wanted to respond to JVlog's question here. Okay, OP12, however long it takes to upgrade that, and then upgrade your dock. Then is the problem. You can do these two things in parallel. You can refit the ships and build them to whatever weight you want, up to 80, as opposed to 40. The issue is you will not, until you do those other things, you will not be able to put them all on the dock together. You can build them, and you just can't launch them until you've done those other two things. So then is the problem. You need to do both. So if that's really what the question you're asking is.
And for those of us that can't keep other pirates out of our OPs, we're going to be slowed down when our OPs keep getting flat. And it takes so long to repair the OP before it'll start building again. So maybe they could have it so that the builds don't stop even when they're flattened.
I think they did that at one point, didn't they?
I'm not
At
sure.
one point, years and years ago, they made it so some of the upgrades didn't stop because people were, but then they pulled that back because people still had, when they were trying to do the last level of their portals, some people were taking months to get those done because
Right. They did
But
that for portals, but will it work for this? Because this is coming out the same.
but what I'm saying, at one point they did that. What you're requesting, where there was not a interruption in the upgrades,
Right.
But then they seem to have pulled that back because I was using the portals as an example. That the portal upgrades were stopped while they were damaged.
Right.
So, okay.
So hopefully they'll keep that in mind as well.
What do I do with my current riots then? Before we got the it really depends on what stage they're at. I mean, yeah, that's more detailed. So, okay. Any more thoughts on this one? Aussie, Two Doors, Stormcatcher, Judge Steel, Lady Cat.
Nah.
It is a little. It's almost funny because it just reveals more and more that like something massive got miscommunicated and they very much did not plan for this. And I don't think they knew until, they might have like vaguely known, but you brought it to the forefront and now they're like, oh, that's right. It's actually going to feel like back in the 3 or 4 month raid cycles where you had to, before there were upgrades and you just built out your fleet. And by the end, it was all done. But the first month, you had what you had and you had to go with it. It's going to be kind of like that this time.
Yeah. And I don't think it's going to work out great for them. I think a lot of people are already upset. And, there's way more questions on how to build your ships just because of the way the Punishers are designed with all these possibilities. I just don't.
How long?
And then combine it with like half. What would you say?
How long's the build on the dock?
We don't know.
We don't know yet. Yeah, we don't. We will not know until week after next.
And us pirates don't like not to know. We like to plan and strategize and.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not enough time. No matter what, there's not enough time. Unless you're gonna coin the whole damn thing, pretty much. Or you
have.
tokens.
That's what I was saying. I think they're trying to because I have over 20 days worth of build tokens. I think they're trying to bleed some of those out of people so they have better control over the economy.
Yeah, but that's only the minority.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
can't be many people that hoard, save as well as you.
Mhm. Yeah.
I spent the few that I was hoarding, I spent them accidentally. Because you can't tell which is which when you go to use them.
Yeah. That's part of it. If you wanted to go conspiracy theories, maybe that's when they started it. when they turned all the tokens upside down, so
Yep.
people were spending the wrong ones,
Yep.
or the ones they didn't want to. Yeah. So yeah.
Oh well.
Oh well. Alrighty. I think, does that lead us into BP next week? All right. I don't know if you all can read it, but in the FM, February FM features a new Praetorian target. They didn't tell us which one dropped, and I don't even know. It's not the one. It's not the 127. It's one of the other ones. Hopefully, it's not the 125 because I want to keep that one around forever. So I don't know which one that is dropping out. And 2 new Xinthium isotope armors. Briefing goes live by the end of the day. So, like we discussed on the Wednesday show, in regards to the Punisher, before, to get your percent increase in armor, you took your survival number divided by 64. With the Punisher, you divide that by 128. So your current, Z blank whatever -1 armors of 5,000 are half as useful as they were previously. So my expectation is that we're going to see a ballistic and rad that's ZR2 that will be worth 10,000 to make them worth the same amount as before.
And
But
that already cost 150,000 to get a limited one.
Yeah. Yes. So that is my guess is what they are, because the Zynthian isotope armors, as opposed to the folded ferrites, the Zynthian isotope armors are always single damage type. So that is what my guess is there. But they always listen, so they can prove me wrong later. So
Now, does this mean there's no new specials? So we've only got new armors. We're not going to get any other surprises with new specials that belong on our new ships.
Never say never.
well, then that brings us to the following day, which is Wednesday, which is Escape Velocity, where you bring your riots to the Tier 8.5 skirmish special event and push yourself to the limit to earn some great prizes for the Punisher. Full briefing posted by the end of the day. We don't know what those prizes are at all. I mean, they could include specials. I'm not certain. We have a lot of specials for this for the Punisher at this point, between the supercharge and the multi-shot and building damage, and we got a lot of specials. So I don't know, honestly, what we're gonna see there.
So we've got the up.
And my question is when this briefing is going to come out on Wednesday. Is it going to come out at 6:59, 8:53? Since that's the show day. But because a lot of times they'll drop those sort of things at midnight if they're not happy with them, or they'll drop them at 4:00 if they are happy with them,
or they'll drop them 5 minutes after the show ends.
Yeah.
But here's my question. I see here that we've got the FM starts Tuesday, Escape Velocity starts Thursday, and VXP starts Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of repairs on PvE fleets all happening at the same time. How long does anybody know how long Escape Velocity lasts? 4 days?
I'm assuming 3 days, 3 or 4 days. I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to pretty much overlap with VXP weekend, but maybe it's going to end on Sunday, one day different. So,
just wondering how to plan my repair time.
Yeah, we'll know. Probably know Monday. They'll give us a timeline for those. No, not Monday. Geely is on. Will not be at work on Monday. So.
Okay, so I'll wing it.
Okay. Any more questions? And I keep posting the link in case anybody else would like to join. And if nothing else for BP next week, let's go to the next slide. Okay. How's everybody's raid going? I wanted to run through. I didn't realize Kenny wasn't going to be here. I wanted to do because I'm assuming he was still taking significant damage on the targets, and walk him through a way to do the 143 with much less damage. Because I've gotten both targets down to the 143 always at instant repair on the dock. The 142 most of the time instant repair on the dock. So
Did I not see something somewhere they posted where they lowered the damage on the 143s?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
posted that.
Yeah. Yeah, they did that a couple. What was it, yesterday? Like 24 hours ago or so?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm finding speed really helps because those torpedoes are a lot faster now. I
Okay.
think I'm having a little bit harder time this time not getting hit. But I could just be.
Well, they kind of made it that way too. The best thing I can think of is the 143 in that first corridor up to the left, where you go up. You don't have a lot of room to dodge.
Right.
In which one? In the 143?
Yeah, like I
Okay.
saw a video.
Do you want to screen share and I can walk you through it?
Oh no, I
Go
figured out how
right.
to do it. I saw the
Go right,
videos,
not
but
left.
like,
No,
it's,
I don't think you saw the because I've got it. How much damage were they? Because I've gotten the 143 down to, I think it was 7 minutes of damage.
I mean, I learned how to do it. I can do it now, but the first couple times it's like, oh right.
Are you using the? Which
I'm
ships are you
using, I mean, riots, but I'm using the new engine, the one you had to upgrade to. It's like a
Okay,
little
but
faster.
I'm also using what's the?
Suppressor.
I'm using the suppressor.
Get rid of the mines on the right. Go right. Double
Yeah,
back.
you want? I can walk you through it.
No, I'm good. I mean, I'm getting it down to like 20 minutes or so now. So I mean,
Well,
I
as I'm
learned,
saying, I was getting it down to 7 minutes.
okay,
So
okay. But it's stuff like that. It's like the narrow corridors, whereas the last stuff was completely open water. And yeah,
Right.
there were some mines that sort of funneled you in, but it's a lot.
It's a lot
It's a
more
lot.
challenging.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to dodge and also not end up in like the fog or a
Yeah.
mine.
That green goo is horrible. You also have to watch. There's some areas where you don't see the fog because there's no green there, but there's a flag. You have to stay like in the 143 in the middle. There's green goo, and then it looks like open space, and then the top of the flag, you need to stay above that flag.
Mhm.
Even though there's no goo right under the top of the flag, there's still goo there. It's just invisible goo.
So
Yeah, I always go right on those. I go through between the mines. There's enough room to get you right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You can get between them without the suppressor.
yeah. Then you just do everything from the right hand side and go round that way instead. Don't go. Yeah, that corridor's too narrow.
But people are doing it. They're doing it for mostly instant repair. But they're better drivers than I am.
Okay. Is there much else we should talk about as far as dark matter, as far as the raid goes?
It's doable. It's just,
Driving is very important.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you have that Kicks free fleet unmodded, if you're a good driver, you will get good results, as has been shown in videos. The kind of people that I would be saying this to don't watch this show, but you probably suck at driving.
You don't want to go at the,
it goes.
well, what Larry said,
Oh yeah, if you can't do this right, you're not that good at this game.
yeah. That was I think it was the second Apollo raid. Yeah. We lost like half our viewers for a year after he said that. So, it was like I could watch the YouTube viewership and I'm like, woo, just cratered for about a year. For like 3 months, we were at half the viewers, and it eventually came back up, slowly crawled back up. People were not happy with that.
I mean, I started sucking at driving in this raid. Like, I just went in and started to do it. And it's like I got 3 hours a set, and then I went and I watched the videos, and I thought about what they did and practiced, and it's like, oh, well, I got it now I'm under an hour for a set.
Okay.
Like
For
it's possible to learn and get better. Like, you're not just gonna start off perfect.
All right.
Go ahead, Stormcatcher.
My ride fleet is I've got four of them at U3. One of them is at U2. I take that and I hit a 904. I get a couple hours worth of damage. I put it in for repair. Now, everybody wants to know what they do with the free ride fleet.
Uh-huh.
If you cannot drive or anything like that, take that. Yes, you will get a hit down cut. Take that and hit the B set, because I will take that free fleet, go in the B set, give me about 6-7 minutes worth of damage, repair, keep going back and forth until my main fleet is repaired. Go hit a 904, throw it in for repair, take the free fleet, hit the B set. That's what I've been doing. I've got about 8-9 million points right now.
Mhm.
But for all those,
Hey, have you tried to hit the 904 with somebody cooperatively, not sitting in the corner? Because I haven't hit the 904. I've just been hitting the 142 and 143, but hitting cooperatively, because you both get the 250 bonus, and just like, okay, you take the ones on the right, the ones with the speckle, the orange speckle above them. You hit the ones on the right, I'll hit the ones on the left, and we'll just try and kill this thing as soon as possible, and we both get the 250 bonus.
that's what I'm doing. I will paste if one of my alliance members join me. We wipe it out. But there's a couple times I went in, ran up by myself, got about 900,000 points plus the bonus. And if nobody joins me, I go for max points. So I've gotten like 800,000, 900,000 with the bonus. I'll throw it in repair, and then I'll hit the B set. It's at least I'm getting my points, but with the B set, you end up with like 75,000 points. So if you can't drive real good and you have problems with the 904s, just hit the B sets. If you come out with map repair or at least dock repair real quick, you'll be able to get you probably about 1 million points in an hour, instead of hitting the 904 and then having to, repair for 2 or 3 hours or something like that.
What about the A sets? Have you tried those?
Yeah.
The A sets, I stay away from those because I've taken too much damage in those, because my driving is not all that great, but I do what I can.
Yeah.
I always do what I can.
Yeah, the 142, the driving's not, it's not that tricky. It's just like some lazy S's up and down, and you're not taking hours of damage. At least, at least I'm not. But it's just sort of like some lazy S's. Basically, all you're trying to do is avoid the flaming trash can that comes out of the ships in there, and if you do that, you've won basically. You're not taking, and you just do that by always running perpendicular to the, to the ships, changing your angle to the ships. That's why I'm saying it's just sort of like lazy S's up and down. And you might take 20 minutes, half an hour of damage, but not hours of damage. And you're getting the same amount of points. So I might give that a shot if I were you, Yeah.
Go ahead.
The 143, I could see is taking a little bit more driving, especially if you're going to, like Aussie's doing, where you're trying to split the mines, if you don't split the mines right, you're not, you're not doing, it's not helpful.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
you could take the suppressor. If you have the suppressor and there's no skill in driving the suppressor and taking out the mines yourself with the suppressor, you just need
Unless
to keep
it lags. unless it lags like someone had and it pops up.
Yeah. I haven't had that happen again, but that was my first time doing it, and I was on, I was on Discord voice at the time when it happened. So, but yeah, I haven't had a problem. I haven't had a problem since. It's just sort of boom, boom, and if something does go wrong, until you actually interact with the target, if you see yourself popping up, you can hit the retreat button, even if
Yep.
you've knocked out a mine,
Yeah,
and be okay.
that is true.
All right. Try the A set with riots. Doesn't go well. I don't know.
Yeah, because hitting the mines doesn't hit the reset on the retreat button.
Yes. Yeah. Hitting the mines with a submerged.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
submerged,
Yeah. I think if you hit the mines,
Oh yeah, if you hit it surfaced, yes, you will. The retreat button will go away.
Yeah. I don't. In the side comment, Stormcaster, you want to talk about the Valentine's Day card contest? Okay, that was your opportunity right there. Otherwise I wasn't going to talk about it. But you put that comment out there. I'm like, all right, Stormcatcher, that was your shot right there. Okay. But yeah, I would want to try. I would, personally, I would try some of those targets, especially the 142, if you don't think you're a good driver, because the pattern is pretty easy because there's only one ship type. And all you need to do is pay attention to avoid what I call the flaming trash can that comes out of it, and always just be running perpendicular to the ship of the when they come out. So, unless anybody else has any comments on the Valentine's Day gift card, I mean, are we going to bitch about? Oh, wow! If I actually win this, if I win this, 100 gold is really nothing. I can file a ticket with what I said, and I'm sure one of the player experts is going to give me 100 gold, and I don't have to be
anymore. They're not. 'Cause you just said it.
They don't give gold.
They don't give gold anymore?
Gosh, it's been forever since anybody's reimbursed me in gold. I've got some repair tokens, but I did do the contest. I've got 2 entries out there because I'm only allowed to do 2, or I would do more. But
I got a whole 15 gold during the pillage because as I hit a target, it despawned.
Okay.
Engaged the target, but I couldn't join it.
And yeah, I got stuck.
And when it came out, it was like 3/4 damage to the whole fleet.
That
So
happened.
I filed a ticket. Hey, you go give me 15 coin. I'm thinking, okay, well, okay, it's good enough, I suppose.
But
I
honestly, did you start your ticket with roses are red?
No, it wasn't Valentine's Day.
Well, try any day of the year.
Now,
I'm not gonna say
that's
who.
the thing.
I'm not gonna say who replied to the ticket though. He's well known. We know him. And he's on the show sometimes.
y'all should enter the contest. There's some really, really good ones out there. Other than mine. There really are some good ones out there. Some are really funny too. So you should at least go look at them and like the ones that you like, and let people know you enjoyed their work.
Ooh,
Yeah, last year we got Siren Cruise. I still have all mine left because I wasn't really sure where to use them.
I'm gonna have a look at them now because that does something about.
Yeah, because they're
Look at them.
yeah, they would be useful because they're meant for skirmish.
Yeah, hang on. I'm just bringing it up.
And
Back in my base. Hang on.
I can only speak for my fleet really, but I don't use them. But if I did, that would take the break point of I have to dodge 2 torpedoes every ship down to I have to dodge 1, which would be very helpful. I would like less opportunities to screw up. Please and thank you.
So there we go. But
Alright,
yeah,
well,
I think from now on, just so they know, roses are red, violets are blue, and then start whatever complaint you have. From now on in tickets, I think it should be a rule. Do you want me to show what you're showing, Aussie?
hang on a minute. Hang
I
on.
can't
Okay.
see it.
Hang on, I lost it. There you go.
Okay. You want me to
Hang on, I lost
tell
it.
me when you want me to share your screen?
Are you done with the slides?
Oh, come
No.
on.
Okay.
No, his just showed up that he was sharing his screen, so I was.
Open. There we go. Open.
Violets are Blue is second to the somewhat popular and also somewhat fitting because Pirate Game. Roses Are Red,
All right,
True Love is
here we go.
Rare. Booty, 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 rocking everywhere.
There we go. Okay, I'm supposed to show. Okay, now I'm.
Oh, you can't see
Yeah,
that. can you?
the Siren Queen. I'm sharing right now.
Is that better? Can you see it now? Not really. 50% enemy ship
Yeah.
reload. Oh, negative 50% reload on the
Yeah.
enemy ships on that
And the other one's, I think, 30.
Where's the other one? Oh, where's it gone? Oh, there they are.
Yeah, I think the other one's 30.
30, yeah.
Yeah. And I think I can't remember what the range is because it is sort of an oversight. It doesn't
Yeah.
provide range. I think is it 100 or 120? It's outside of the range I think most weapons are firing at you.
I don't know.
I think it was
It would
100.
help.
Yeah. Well, it's whatever the radius of the hearts is. So, but supposedly the whatever the next event is, the escape velocity. I was told by Geely it is seasonal, so I'm not sure what that means. But yeah, it's. I don't know if that means it's Valentine's related or President's Day related. I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, Valentine's Day combined with escape velocity. You have to get away from your crazy Stalker X so fast that you actually leave the planet because that's what escape velocity is.
I don't have
Well,
a,
Get the hell out.
I don't have a
Well,
crazy
it's also
Stalker X. I
President's
just have
Day.
Crazy X.
Yeah.
Don't, y'all.
Oh, what? As far as making it President's Day and escape velocity, yeah, that's a whole different other thing.
No, that's just the universe of Independence Day. They come to Earth, we leave Earth.
All right. 1 hour. 1 hour. Let's try one with this crew. See what happens.
Okay, are you gonna hit something with it so we can
Yeah,
see
might
the
as well.
hearts?
Is there hearts? Is there?
You've never.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You got to learn what this does.
They're very.
What have I done?
I'm going to send you to complete full screen if you have not seen these
I've-
before.
No, I've never used one. Uh-oh.
Okay.
I don't like the sound of this.
Not fair. I can watch this.
Oh, no. What have I done? I've never used them.
This will be
And it's
great.
not even thematic for you anymore because it's not Valentine's Day in Australia.
Yeah.
No, that was yesterday. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Look at you being in the future and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. What?
Wait, what?
Oh, my God. Why is it
Boom.
red?
Oh,
What the
yeah,
hell?
because
Oh, I see the hearts. Oh, look at that. Oh, isn't that sweet?
it's now you're going to have to coin this back, aren't you?
Why?
To the hearts.
Also, escape velocity actually could be because sirens in mythology would sing on rocks and lead seafaring people to their deaths. So, escape velocity could also be getting the heck away from those sirens.
Seems to be lagging a little bit.
It's because we're all watching.
Yeah, it's lagging. It's usually running a lot smoother than this.
You can always blame the graphical effects.
That's
Yeah,
probably what it is. These hearts get you in trouble every time.
Yes, love causes lack.
It's
Yes.
lagging a little bit.
Plausible.
Yeah, it is.
Plausible.
But is it helping? Do you see a difference?
I don't know. I've taken too long. Now the other ships are coming out. Bugger.
Well, they'll die on the mines.
No, I don't want them to die in the mines.
You're not going to hit 1,000,000 this time.
I know. I'm annoyed now. Now I've lost those 2 ships. The ships seem to be going slower. They're it's a bit jittery. Yeah, come here, you.
It's sort of harder to see the edges of the clouds, the hearts.
Tried to click on the sub, but it didn't happen. Oh, maybe it did. Yeah, it's definitely not running as smooth as what it has been. Just put that one down there.
You're going for full clear then? The whole
I
million?
can't. I've already lost 2 ships.
So that was the intent?
That was the intent, yeah.
Alright.
I'm going to quickly get over here now, but I don't think I'll make it over there now. Before these couple hit of mine, I should have gone through the middle, but it doesn't matter. I'll lose another 2 probably. That's come on, get there. Great. Yeah, I'm going to lose these 2, aren't I?
So I think the test is proving not to use this crew.
Yeah, it seems a bit jittery. But it could be because I'm sharing as well. You don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but you shared before and haven't had this problem.
Yeah, it's true. Because I did a 904 just before the show and it wasn't this bad. Hang on. Take it down. Where are they? Come on. Here they come.
Yeah, Chuck, I still have Hyper 30 on mine.
I don't have it on mine. But I do on my free build.
Alright, so we just got the 3 pancakes left, is it? I think after this.
2 damage. I mean, you're doing really good.
It's the hearts.
Yeah, it's number 5 who's got the most damage. That's not too bad. I'm just going to sit here and wait for the pancakes.
So damage-wise, how's this compared to your other?
Seems to be better. But let me finish first. I haven't got the pancakes yet. Come on. It's going to be taking forever to launch.
That's
Are
because we're watching.
The one in the upper right. I haven't hit this target. I see
No, I've
something.
done the one. I've done that up there. What's the one down the bottom here?
Yeah, those are
Love.
mines.
I've got. Yeah, all these are mines. These are all mines. They're mines. These ones here. Oh no, hang on. No, there's ships. Hang on. What are
I'm
these
talking
ones
the
here?
upper right. See the three hanging out outside the those ones. Yeah. What are those?
Yeah, they're mines. 3 mines.
Oh.
Where are these? Oh, here come the pancakes. Is there more ship? Oh, that's right. There's more ships as well.
I think I seen somewhere where it was posted they took out some of the clouds, some of the ships on the 904.
Nah, the ships are still there. I always forget about these 6 ships. Every time I do this. I always think it's just the pancakes left. See that lag there? Just jumping around.
See, the most I've gotten on this target is like 985, I think.
I've actually got 1 million, I think, at least once.
I
I've
just
got it a
can't.
couple of times, but
I just can't quite get there in time to get hit
see
by
it stop. It's lagging right out there. Look at that.
Yeah, that's bad.
And that could cause a problem. It's,
These torps, yeah.
yeah, see, I can't see. Yeah, look at that. Oops, these torps had launched. I didn't realise.
Usually, don't they launch right after they start the explosives?
I don't know. I haven't really paid that much attention. I just got around here and wait for them to.
I'm pretty sure once they did the explosives hit,
Yeah.
they launch.
Oops. Yeah, don't go that way. Don't go that way.
Yeah. At least these smart missiles. They sort of
They're not
they
that smart.
look like a school bus. So it's.
There we go. Yeah, we've got rid of the last one. Now we've just got this one down the bottom here. That's not bad. That's better than what I've done in the
Okay.
past. So it must be working.
So I think you need to write something up on the Discord so they can, or the forums to, release more of these heart crews for you.
Yeah, I wonder if the new team even knows
There
that
we go.
crews existed. That would have been nice. Get these out as a gift.
How many ships did I lose? 4. Do it. 4 was it? Or 6? To the mines. I can't remember. Failure 26. $910. I think I lost 4 ships, was it? I did get a few shots off, so maybe I killed some of it as well.
I think that's one of the best scores that I got right there. Was that 910?
That is definitely the best time I've had.
So
Okay.
get busy, use that crew while you can.
Mm.
But clear your cache and refresh.
Yeah. All right, let's try this out. I can probably do another one. Just quickly repair these because I have a spare. I have spares.
Of course you do.
Well, they gave us the free ships, and I had a couple of tokens. See, those tokens worked by getting the leaderboard prizes, even though I didn't need them. They give us a free fleet. I can use them.
You needed them at the point, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know them. I didn't know it. That's correct. I didn't know I needed them at that particular moment. Yes.
You're in
As I
Australia,
always
you're from
say-
the future. You
As
knew.
I always say, it's best to have tokens because you never know when you're going to be able to use them. Oops, missed.
So, Brian or anybody, have you guys looked
This
at?
is fair.
Have anybody looked at the a direction with the Punisher? Since it does not appear that we're going to be receiving a special, at least in the FM, that would change either multi-shot, rad damage, building damage.
Okay,
Someone wanted to jump in there with me.
so first things first. The build that I have, my like sort of stock. This is what we have now, and I'm going to try to do my best. My quick calculations, it multiplies your rad damage against buildings, both of these things true, by 135 times, not percent, times, between siege targeting 4 and the inherent bonuses of the hull, and if my shipyard will actually load, stop making me click through and close like 4 different windows.
Are you talking about the whole build or one special?
The whole build, but it's 2 specials that do it, and once I pull it up, I'll be able to show. Okay, well, technically no, because the radioactive battery, I have that on there too, but people should have that by now, probably.
Yeah, I think I have like 190 of them because they were an FM prize for the 120.
Yeah, that.
Yes, I have enough for the next, for me and a small village.
I didn't mean to click cancel.
So
I meant to get ready for.
The radioactive battery 1, the atom absorption system, the new special in the raid. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. It's not. I have high pressure piping. I'm sorry, I don't have siege targeting 4. I did the math and it worked out better per shot based on what I had. But
just going to refresh.
Okay.
See if that helps.
10.28, 13.14.
Close every other window I've got open except for that and StreamYards. Only had a couple open. But...
Yeah, so about 135 times the damage of a normal shot, which means that nearly double the difference in damage from the normal launcher to the antipode. That's gonna matter significantly. Let me do some calculator assisted live math.
What?
Yeah, sorry, Maggie. Yes, that was from the pillage leaderboard. Continue.
Heck dang it. Okay, so 6.84, and you're gonna have 12.5 boosted by 50% because of the atom absorption system. So that's going to be 18.75.
Yeah, what's it doing?
So 25 million. Okay, so the difference between that's 48 and the normal one is not you.
So
25 and a 25 and a half.
Including shockwave in this?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
Okay, so it's going to be about a difference of a little less than I thought. Adding on the shockwave damage, it's going to be a difference of, I don't know, about 9 to 10% per shot, a little less than that. But if you just calculate it out, normally 48,000 times 135.
But you're okay. But are you shockwaving every shot with this? And this has got to be a full build if you're shockwaving every shot.
Yeah, I'm assuming a full build and a shockwave every shot, which you can get to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's one assumption we need to get to. That you're assuming a fully built.
Yeah.
All
no, that is a fair point, especially because now we're probably not going to be able to do that. The first raid, at least. Not every shot.
I think Maggie, I think, also you were in first in Pillage, right?
Yeah, that's correct. It was,
Maggie was in third, so yeah.
I think it was 30 riot upgrade tokens and 10 rage riot. I think that's what it was.
How?
Oh, good job, Maggie. Okay, let's go. Now it's finally loaded because it crashed while I was reloading the game. Let's try again.
Okay. As you were saying, Brad?
Well, I mean, it's more or less it. It's about 1.9x the damage, but which sounds like a lot, and it is just the damage base. If you factor in a shockwave every shot, that normally nearly double difference drops to not too significant, assuming you have the plus 50% shockwave special on and all the same specials. So it's not so bad, but it looked bad, but it's not so bad. Although it is going to be more pronounced in the first raid of the cycle, because unless you fully kit out your entire ship, your entire fleet, you're not going to be able to hit a shockwave on every single shot.
Yeah, because this fleet that you're talking about, or the build that you're does it have ×5 shockwave or ×8?
×5.
Okay.
How did you? Also, I got a little nervous because Supercharge and Launcher Supercharge, I don't know if they screwed something up.
Launcher Supercharge. Okay, Supercharge covers everything. Launcher Supercharge was to get rid of like stacking things associated with corrosive and things like that. As far as damage over time type of things. Interception system. And combined with what's the square one we got with the Shrike? Because one's ×5, one's ×3. So
insulated charge capacitor.
Yeah, that's the square one, and then combined with interception system, which also adds speed.
This is better.
And then ×3, and they both stack.
I did not know they stacked.
Yeah.
If someone went through the middle, and I can get all of them.
That's what I mean. It gets really complicated because you can also get your multi-shot way up because they don't not stack based on multi-shot. It's the other damage types that they're doing that they don't stack on. So you can get your multi-shot way up there, which means you have more things in the air. So you're doing more initial damage in addition to getting to your shockwave faster. Yeah, there's some weird, and then what happens, with the crazy way that building damage multiplies, it's not additive.
Yeah, that's how I got to that 135 times as strong earlier.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You're giving me. I'm doing calculations and staring at the ship. You're giving me a frightful future where. Okay, so.
Change my mind where I was going.
I need to flip that. 1.3x, but. Okay, I'm gonna go quiet and mutter for a few minutes.
Okay, all right. I was just trying, get some of the details of, what you considered and didn't consider, So, gives me a chance to get a beer, I guess.
Now there'll be 4 ships coming in this side. There we go.
Job, you'll get your million.
Yeah, so that's where I went wrong before. I was too low and I couldn't get back to the center quick enough to draw them all to the middle.
You'll have to try this again.
See, if you run parallel with the ships, that way if they do, when they fire that smart torpedo, or twisted torpedo I should say, it misses. It'll go in behind you. And then just run circles around it if you can. All right, now where am I going? So that's all the ships on the right-hand side taken care of. There's none left over here. So they're all over here now.
Right.
Hang on, what have I got left? Down here. I'll do this one this time. By the time I get down here, the other ships should launch out the side.
Yep, I'm going to have to do this target again.
Who?
Me.
Oh.
I want to get 1 million.
Nah.
I hate to get so close.
Well, the thing is now, there's no ships coming out on the right-hand side. So
Right.
as long as I kill all the ships and don't, kill the...
Kill yours.
Kill these off too quick. Oh, see, I went... Damn. Okay. And I try and target these... it won't let me target it for some reason. I'm trying to target the subdivisions. I keep missing it. Got it that time. One of them anyway.
No, ships don't hurt each other, right? It's just the mines you have to worry about.
Yeah.
So as long as you can get those ships on the right, you're good.
Yeah. All right. I'm just giving myself a little bit of space. This one, that's better. Because I always prioritize the Hellwraths.
Right.
I'm having trouble clicking on them. Yeah, what we got left? We've got 3 pancakes and all those other ships that came out last time. It's more damage like this time. Number 5's taking a little bit more damage this time. See, there they are. Whoops.
Now, every time I hit that allow button, my ships will move.
Yeah, well, you got to be really quick.
Okay.
You allow, and then you click your ships to go somewhere else as quick as you can. Oh shit! Oh, it's that smart torpedo. Where are you going? That's okay. I ain't worried about those ships at the minute. Ooh, did that one blow up on me? I think it did. What? Oh, what's my ship for? Yeah, a bit more damage this time.
Brian's not muttering anymore.
I mean, I
No,
found
he's
the answer.
concentrating. Oh.
No, I found the answer. My models and assumptions were bad, so
Okay.
I'd always been trying to do what does one gun do plus the shockwave, but that doesn't work because that's not how the fleet works. Even the half-built fleet that would be able to make and fit in our current dock weight, we'd still have about 20 guns. So if you take the shockwave damage,
25 guns.
yeah, even just 20 guns. doing the math on that.
Good
Yeah,
job,
four-
Austin.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, so it got a little bit more concussive that time. 'Cause I think it was only 30 something last time. But
So
my explosive went down because I think that was 39 and that was 30. So that went down and that went down. But that went up, I mean. So
Okay.
1,000,000 points.
1 million points.
No, screenshot it. Screenshot it.
One
Stop it.
I've
million.
already got this one. I
We can just-
screenshotted it once before, but
We
I'll
can
do it
just
again.
pause the VOD. We can just pause the VOD.
Alien will make you his own hand-drawn badge if you get 1,000,000.
Oh,
Nothing-
really?
Yeah. It's
I've
not
got
really
two
a
of
badge.
these.
Is this like a Destiny 2 Shaxx thing?
I don't know what that means, but probably.
If you get 50 kills in a PvP match,
27
the
minutes.
commentator will lose his hecking mind and then be very confused and present you with a badge that looks like he drew it himself. It's actually kind of adorable.
Yeah.
Kind of like aliens. I saw some of them. They're cute. I want my 1,000,000 points.
It's just a matter of you kill the center pancake. You've
Right.
got time to kill the two bottom ones, but then go straight back to the center and to the right.
Right.
If see, the first time I did it, I went around the cloud to the too far to the left. So I should have gone on the right hand side of the cloud and come around because it took me longer to get back to the center the first time. That's why I didn't get. Okay.
All right. Well, somebody tell Alien you better get busy because a lot of people are going to be wanting those badges now.
So here we go. So I should be able to instant repair 4 out of the 5 ships.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as I said, I've got a spare I've got 2 spares. So the other one should be repaired hopefully by now.
Would you like to hit like a 143 and show them what you're doing with that?
Not particularly, because
Okay.
well, I can do, but I can, but I actually take more damage in that than I do in this.
Yeah, let him use his crew while he can on this target.
Oh, that's what it's saying. Using the crew on that would be,
Oh yeah, I could try. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I actually do better in this than I do in the other ones. That's why I'm doing these now.
But has anybody tried, like I brought up earlier in the show, tried to
That one's repaired again. So
cooperatively work with somebody else to get, everybody's instant repair, and you can go ahead and add the one, and boom, boom, and you're both sharing the 250K bonus, and you're not, you're at least instant repairing the dock, so you can hit them every couple of minutes.
I haven't
but
done
this-
that yet, but if
hang
you're prepping for somebody, that seems like it's the way to do it because everybody.
I'm not saying prepping for somebody. I'm saying
I-
you both go in, you split up the battlefield.
Right.
yeah.
You take the right, I take the left. We get it done pretty
bottom.
quickly.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
And
The 140.
you each get the 250K bonus. You're not sharing.
Right. You're going to do that regardless. But if somebody just has their free kicks fleet and somebody has a good fleet, you can sort of help them prep by doing that
Mm.
rather than making them do this one alone. You can work with them and they can
Actually,
hit.
with this crew, I might go the other way because it's going to slow down the reload of that.
You still don't have the room to work with, but either way.
Yeah.
I was just,
Yeah,
what your normal thing was. 'Cause,
Yeah,
you
you got to be careful because these are it's really tight to get through. Yeah.
It's hard to
I-
see.
I have hit the mine before.
I have two. Suppressors do work though on and all
There
you
we
need to
go.
take out of those 2 mines.
Cut
Yeah,
through.
because you can use the suppressors.
Oh
still
yeah,
with-
I know.
And take them out. Well, I'm not. I'm talking to the.
Oh, the general. Okay.
It's-
Well, I
yeah,
apologize.
saying you could take those out with generally no risk unless you're lagging really badly, and take out those 2 mines and just drive through like your 800 pounds and just boom, go right through, and you have more room to work with on this side.
Yeah, that's why I originally did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried it too, but I kept hitting well, I'd hit a mine about half the time. So I started using the suppressor.
Oops, I'm a
Yeah,
little close to
mine's
that.
half the time is probably you're better off going the other way.
Oops. Don't click in the cloud.
Okay, I don't go that way. I just go straight at it.
Oh, actually, I probably could have because I've got the.
Yeah,
Oops, I stuffed
definitely.
that up. I stuffed that up.
And got more damage.
Yeah, I've taken more damage in this than I do in the other one.
Yep. Yeah, there's still not a lot of room to run.
But the way I do it is I take those two mines out with the suppressor, then I come over here for the Hulk or / pancake. I wake it up and let it come over to the corner. At that point, once it fires,
Oh, that one here.
Yeah.
Bring it over. Oh, okay.
on the right hand side, and I wait until it's fired 3 of the cryo missiles. Sometimes they get stuck, and you can kill him without waking any of these other scouts up. So I
Okay.
kill him, then I wake the scouts up, and then I start moving up. And then I come
You
across.
could have explained that prior to me doing this.
Well, I was.
He did.
Yeah, and then basically I run across, wake people up, and then I take it to the place where I have all the room to work with, and then I can just play with them and and not really have to worry about running into much. It's sort of an easy driving thing. So
Okay, well, let's do that again. Hang
See how much repair you have.
on. 25 minutes.
but it's way evener on this. It's on the 143, my damage is even, as opposed to the 142. It's all on my 5th ship, at least personally.
And when I first started doing the raid, it seemed like my second ship was getting damaged the most. I think it was my second ship.
See, look how even that is.
Mm,
No, not even.
yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's 50. One's going to be just over 5, I think. Ooh, 7 minutes on that one. Did that one last?
7 minutes. Just melted down.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Oh, shit.
Recycle it.
Yeah, recycle it. Hang on. I just want to check something. See which ship it is. Oh no, it is one that's fully. It is finished. Nope. Alright, give me 2 minutes and I'll be back out.
So, 2 doors. So, what are your thoughts now as far as the?
Honestly, as far as
like where the balance, because my question is like, where's the balance between, supercharge / shockwave, multi-shot, which is doing both. It's doing direct damage, and it's increasing your, the frequency of your shockwaves, building damage, and then straight up radioactive. There's a lot of things floating around there, the way I look at it. And it's I didn't see the BP next week to realize that we're only getting 2 armors next, because I didn't even try to go through it until after I saw that, then I'm like, oh, we're not going to get a new special that may do something different.
Yeah, but we might in the event.
pillage. Surprise. Anyway,
Yeah, well,
uh,
but you know,
I mean, we
at that point,
can't
it's
plan.
sort of too late.
We can't plan for that. But so I did some quick math on 8x supercharged versus what's my 6 slot again? It's the autoloader 4 with
Yeah.
the ballistic and radio reload.
Mhm.
Trying to piece together, and it was much more obvious once I took 20 shots from, even if all 20 ones are launches, or even if we've got like a mix. No, shut up, calculator. Do what I tell you. Even if there's a mix, it's probably going to be a lot better to get good reload and good damage per shot, as
Okay,
opposed to
another-
trying to do shockwaves as fast as possible. Boosting the shockwave damage itself is good, mostly because it comes on the thing that also gives you multi-shot and a bunch of radio damage all at once.
So you're talking about the Atom.
The atom suppression system.
Adamant.
Why? It's just, he changed the name.
Oh, did I?
Oh,
See, that's-
Oh,
See,
that
that's
was
the
close.
thing. You told on the Wednesday show, and I vaguely heard it.
Selection system or something like that last time.
You
Yeah,
what?
it's
You
AAS.
made some kind of ass joke.
Wait,
So it's
Atom
stuck in my.
absorption.
Cafe.
Atom
Are you
absorption.
What am I
Yeah.
doing here? Tell me what I'm supposed to
That
I'm gonna
Okay,
do this one,
well,
mate.
normally I would wake it up
Oh,
and then
shit.
I would
I didn't see that.
hide
in my-
back in the corner.
I didn't see that smart torpedo come out then.
and-
Yeah, I go straight up the side so I can miss the torpedo because it comes
What
out fast.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't see it
what I
coming out.
do is I go wake him up and then I come back down, let him fire a couple of times, and he comes out to the edge. So I only wake him up and I can kill him
Oh, I
individually.
thought you meant that one over there, but anyway. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's all good. It may not be the right way to do it. It's just
Well,
you know.
it seems all right. Right, now. Okay.
Yeah, well, I did do it for like 7 minutes. So you know.
Well, tell them what to do.
So
then.
now, go and wake him up and come back over here.
Well, at this point, I just go straight at him
Yeah.
until that smart torp fires, and then I go down to avoid
Okay.
it.
Okay.
And then I turn around, and then I just, then I kill him. And then after that, he comes out, then you go down, avoid that, kill him. You're going to wake up these ones at the bottom. Okay. You wake them up.
Go
and then I
right.
go over, go right
What's
into
it?
the big blue water.
Yeah.
The big blue water to the right, and then avoid the round things. Okay. Well, I don't know if did he hit that one.
I think it disappeared before I ran over it.
Okay.
Do they do damage
at
today?
this
Yes.
point you have room
Thank
to
you.
play with. And then I do that with the next one. I drag them over here, so I have plenty of room
Oh,
to
yeah, okay.
never fuck up. Because it's sort of easy to drive at this point when you don't have to worry about all the clouds.
Also, if you go too far to the left after killing the pancake, and so the one starts coming at you, immediately turn around and go the other way. Because if you go too far, you'll set them both off at the same time.
Yeah, I just drag them over.
What's so funny, Brian?
I found it. I did it, team. Except Hefe did it first, but whew. Okay, so okay, 8 to 11 is 11 to 8 is
Only people I know that
One
laugh
point-
at math.
37.5x. Okay. Yeah, so right. So I was going to go through a list of from best to worst in terms of damage for this raid in particular, not necessarily counting all this, just trying to figure out something for the half fleets. And radioactive and building damage is still important. And that's going to be your radioactive battery, your atom absorption system, your insulated. Well, that's reload. And reload is important. I'll get to that in a second. High pressure piping for me, I found that deals more damage. And it also gives you 100% projectile speed, which is just nice. It's good. Insulated charge capacitor is going to give you extra speed. It's going to give you extra reload, and it's going to give you 5x supercharge, and that does matter, definitely. And I thought that the best sixth slot was going to be the Autoloader 4, and no, it's not. It's the Roaring Barrel system.
Oh, with a multi-shot at +3?
Because it is precisely +3. When I tried to do the math on the reload difference,
I'm saying it's complicated because you have all, and have you even looked at building? Remember, these are all building damage. It's siege.
Yeah.
And remember the way that building damage.
Well, I don't think it can really add more building damage.
Well, you have siege targeting.
I have high pressure piping. It's HVR for radioactive. Radioactive battery. So there's the siege battery equivalent.
Siege targeting, not siege battery.
Yeah, but he said he liked the piping better.
The piping. The piping
is the equivalent of siege battery, not siege targeting, right?
Well, I can't put on. Yeah, it's all blacked out.
Okay.
I have my siege battery in the form of radioactive battery 1, and I have my siege targeting equivalent in the form of high pressure piping. And high pressure piping, because of the radio damage that it gives, and because of how this ship works out, it is better. It's not better by a whole lot, but it also gives you projectile speed, and it's a lot lighter, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
The difference, if you, assuming 5x supercharge, the insulated charge capacitor for the reload and all that, with having insulated charge capacitor and autoloader versus not having the autoloader, the difference in reload is about 30%. But with the Roaring Barrel system and its +3 multi-shot and the +2 multi-shot from the atom absorption system, that we're going to assume the absorption system is a constant. So you have 6 normally from the launcher, +2 from the system, so you have 8 now. So it needs to be greater than 30%, and the +3 is. It takes you from 8 up to 11, which is a 37.5% boost in damage. And with 11x5, 1200 over 55.
What's your trick in the 142s, Hefe?
22 launchers.
What did I drink in the 142s?
Your trick.
Well,
we know what you drink.
I started up at the top.
Yeah, we have to.
Came really close to the to those.
This side or that side?
Yeah, right around where you're. I got close to as close as possible.
Yeah, and then come down this way.
Straight down, and then I started making, like I said, lazy S's up and down, avoid everything. Probably, this one seems, pretty simple. Well, I didn't go back up, but yeah, lazy. I would have gone below that one, but yeah, just to avoid the,
One thing I really like about these targets is they're not taking a huge amount of time. Not like in the past. These are going fairly quickly, especially this one. So that's a big help.
was quick.
Yeah, it's a quick target.
What do you get in these?
What?
What do you usually get in this?
It's 15, 16 minutes.
Besides drunk?
Yeah, you avoided all the explosive. Very good.
7 minutes, 42 seconds.
Very nice. Yeah.
Oh, that is my best time ever in that. But I've got that crew on there. So it could be that. I think it's that crew that's doing it.
Yeah. Because otherwise, yeah.
So Kickside, we want more of those crews. Well, it's a bit late now. It's the last. It's the last.
It's the last raid in the cycle, but this could show up in time limited campaigns or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
I always wondered what I was going to do with these crews.
Yeah.
Like I didn't strap them.
Yeah. You could go hit salvages with them and just look at all the hearts and whatnot. But this seems more constructive.
Well, this is basically instant repair. Just one ship out and it should do it.
Yeah.
Hopefully. All right, 2 ships out. That's better.
All right. Well, I posted the link in case anybody would like to join.
Now everyone's fallen asleep because they've been here for an hour and a half.
Yeah. Well, everybody gets tired of, oh, he needs to go get another beer. Why doesn't he have somebody bringing him beers?
Oh, that's better.
Whatever.
I just had the wrong combination of ships in there.
Why won't this kid stop talking about math?
Yeah.
Well, I did try interrupting and doing the actual game, but no, I'm joking.
You can just watch.
And I'll repair that one instant.
So the link's up there on the right hand side in case anybody would like to join the after show. And we'll be back Wednesday, and maybe we'll talk to Brian and I'll do some work on it because I'm still frustrated with, like, there's so many combinations of things, and I'm still not even sure that will be right because.
You're joking. I no.
I won't be around on Wednesday. I might be able to whip up a spreadsheet for you, maybe. If I could remember how to do it.
Or we could discuss. It's more as far as my issue is finding, because I don't think that either one of us are going to find an answer until we actually see the targets. Because what happens if some of these targets die before the shockwave even happens? Like the shockwave is wasted. That's
another reason why I'm just thinking, max your radio and building damage, because even 48,000 times the 135 that I got, one gun is about a third. One of the limited guns is about a third of your shockwave damage, even after the boost.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little over that. So, assuming you max the damage properly, your gun damage is going to be a lot more important than your shockwave damage. And you'll automatically have your shockwave damage capped. It's not like it's something you can really spec into. It's just the one special that you also want because it's just so good.
And so maybe Wednesday wouldn't even be the answer. It might be, after we start seeing the targets on Friday. So it might be the next week, but,
and
as
we
far as the takeaways that I see, as far as don't put 8 launchers on one ship.
There you go again. No explosive damage again.
Yeah.
Good job.
6 minutes 51. Did I go up or down? I went up. Down.
Down?
No,
7 minutes.
down. You were 7
7
minutes
minutes
left.
left.
Yeah.
It's getting better.
He's so happy with this.
I'm happy now.
That's how I felt after you showed me how you did the pillage.
Oh yeah.
It really helps sometimes to watch someone else.
I'll have to watch this back.
He's not even watching it at all.
No, I've been doing that the whole time.
it's the crew. It's the crew that's the issue.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is the crew because I was not getting anywhere near that.
Yeah, because I was
repair
getting,
last time.
I was running it the way you were. I was getting like 16 minutes, and you're getting 6 minutes. So yeah, it's crew related. So
But you got
all
the
right.
I wonder how much that one is to coin. Might
I
keep
don't
that
know.
one.
I'm
Probably
guessing
fleet.
at least 20, if
Okay.
not more.
Can I say
Yeah.
something about the
Go ahead.
riots in general? I like their design, and I like not necessarily from an art perspective, but the art's good, but that's another show. The way that you drive, it's really interesting because you're supposed to go in and kind of maneuver around them in this weird, big old circle. But if you're confident, you can whip around to get your junk jet in range of them. So if you're confident, you can increase your DPS on it because of that junk jet. And that evolves from a thinking of, oh, I want them behind me. So I want to run, straight behind them. So they're always in the range of the junk jet. But if you do that, you're going to get hit by their torpedoes. So you need to adapt. And then the adaptation evolves from that. Also, it kind of helps that the junk jet fires in a way that isn't really consistent with always behind you. I'm
right.
not sure if that was
No.
on purpose, but it helps. I think
Oh, I
it's
didn't know
it's
that one.
neat how there's that kind of risk and reward thing, even just in your simple driving. You want them to get behind you, but if you run straight ahead, they're just going to shoot at you and you're going to take tons of damage. So you have to adapt and kind of move pretty erratically, which for a Reaver ship makes the most sense. So I really liked the ships from a design and driving perspective. I think it was really neat.
Yeah, this is a much better raid than last month. I think.
The time to kill on these targets is so much lower.
Yeah, which
I'm
makes
so happy.
Yeah, me too. It's all doable.
You know what? I'm going the other way for a change. Let's see what happens if we go the other way with this crew. Got my junk out. Oops, don't go that way. There's a mine
No.
there. I nearly didn't see that bloody mine because of the heart. Yeah, this is a lot more difficult. I haven't targeted these subs. That's the problem. There we go.
I think one of the most important skills in this one is learning to click and shift click on those
Oh,
subs.
shit. I thought that mine was gone then. I nearly hit it again. That's twice I've nearly hit that mine. Oh no, he's gone this time.
Happy Valentine's Day, Lego, and everyone.
You see that? The mine actually got caught on the corner there and it blew up.
I love how we can see that one just straight up off screen on the left hand side.
Yeah,
That's because of the zoom level, right?
yeah.
What's that? What's that thing off to the right, then?
A building that you can't kill.
Okay, that's weird.
I have tried everything to kill that building. I've tried to get a ship down here and use my junk.
Have you tried to hit it with a rocket?
Yeah. Ah, very freaking funny. Very freaking hilarious.
Never.
Let's not
It just doesn't reach that extra inch, does it?
look, Ozzy. If you're talking about defectively using your junk on Valentine's Day, they have a pill for that now.
Yeah. Well, that extra inch, I don't know how you're gonna.
Yeah, see, I'll fuck this up. This
Oh
is
well, you
nice.
just order. They have a pill for that too.
Okay.
It might not work. It might be a scam. Be careful.
Well, does it work? But maybe on Tuesday we'll do a review show on that. If anybody's
will.
ever tried it, but yeah.
Now, aren't you glad they didn't call it Hefe Junk?
Well, because it won't.
I mean, we've
Hefe's
adapted
junk.
the name anyway.
Yeah. Well, everybody's playing.
that wasn't
would
pretty.
be playing with Hefe Junk.
That was not pretty, that one.
Whatever, you know, this is the way it works. So,
So I took a heap of explosive on that one.
So the other way's
Ooh,
definitely
36.
easier.
Yeah.
So either use your suppressors or squeeze between the mines.
yeah, and with the suppressors, if you drive and kill the 2 mines, you don't need a timeout because it doesn't. You can just automatically hit retreat and it's all good.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take more time than going in, killing them, coming back out. You don't have to wait the extra 30 seconds or whatever. So if you're not if you're risk averse or not that great of a driver, I would recommend the suppressor.
Well, at least doing that, it shows you the big difference between going to the right and going to the left.
Yeah.
So too bad Go Left Kenny isn't here.
Yeah. Because I wanted to walk him through some of this stuff, but yeah, it's so all right. Well, I guess it's we've been going for an hour and 45 minutes, so people are probably getting tired of us. So
They got their romantic Valentine's Day dinners to go to.
But we've shown them, a few little tricks as well. So
yeah, we shouldn't
hopefully
get
that's
stuff. Yeah, no.
And that was really what the last 30 minutes has been about. So
Yeah.
With
The
a little
extra
bit of math thrown in.
yeah, a little bit of maths in there as well that I
I
wasn't
learned
listening
stuff.
to at all
Yeah.
because I was busy.
But you'll
Really?
have to you two both will
I
have
have
to
no
rewatch
idea what he
the
was
show.
talking about. I don't even know what they were actually talking about.
I mean,
All I
the-
heard was Shockwave every now and again.
The TLDR is radioactive battery, atom absorption system, insulated charge capacitor, high pressure piping, roaring barrel system, and pick your favorite engine. Probably a sync drive. There. Good.
Okay.
That is the best we know for now, I think.
So pretty much what we had in the Shrikes.
Maybe I don't.
Majority of it anyway.
I
Did
mean,
you say
up-
multiplex charger or not? I can't remember.
No, it's the
No?
Yeah, multiplex was behind the.
Okay, I
square.
wasn't
roaring barrel. It's for the
Yeah, because
scatters.
I've got
but
that
that's-
on my Shrikes. That's all, on my Shrike. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the only other thing on my Shrike was the armor, but obviously we're not using that anymore.
I gotta go, guys. Have fun.
But the rest of it is the same as what he just said.
Bye, Brian. Thank
Bye,
you.
Bye. Thank you.
All right. We'll see y'all on Wednesday. The link's still visible if you want to join the after show, and we will
Not
we'll
anymore,
see you all, on Wednesday.
Good night,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
And Lackbear doesn't have a Valentine yet, so I don't know.
Go put a card out there on the forum.